Hi, my name is Marc Belaiche. I'm president of TorontoJobs.ca. Thanks for watching. Are you concerned that you're going to be scammed on a job posting? Do you trust that all job postings are legit? Is there something that you need to be concerned about? In this video, I'm going to share with you how to avoid being scammed on fake job postings and some other tips for you when you're applying to jobs online. So first of all, yes, there are scams. There's fake postings and more online issues. When the economy turns negative, these scammers prey on people who are most vulnerable. These scammers tend to make a living doing this, and they are very hard to catch. So here are some tips to keep you safe and avoid being scammed. Number one, look for common red flags. Things like spelling mistakes, shady email addresses, phone numbers that don't connect, people that don't sound like they're from these parts. Number two, watch for examples of where a posting has, for example, a $ that's behind the number as opposed to in front of the number like we're accustomed to. If they request your banking information very quickly or as part of the job posting, assume it's a scam. Most companies won't ask you for banking information up front. If you're suspicious about the ad, try to apply with only your name and perhaps your email address and see what happens. Don't provide any other information about your address, phone number, and so on. Post your resume anonymously. Don't let scammers use your identity. Check with reliable sources of information as well. Google the company to see if you find anything on that. So for example, you might search on company name fraud, company name fake posting, or some other similar searches, and perhaps see if somebody else is posting something about that organization. If the job board or the posting allows for free postings, be especially leery. So for example, if there's a job board that you're searching on and the postings are free for employers to post on, be especially leery on those ones. Be skeptical of easy money schemes. It's very easy to say, oh, you're going to make some money very quickly. Work from home, things like that. Be aware of scams where they are only working from home. If there's an office, great. If there's an organization, an actual address, that's even better. But if they're just literally working from home and there's no actual address, that's a bit of a red flag. Watch for any positions that require you to outlay any money. Contact a job board if you're suspicious about something to ask them if a job posting or a company is legit. Most reputable job boards have a way of contacting them and asking a question about that kind of situation, about the authenticity of a job posting. Be mindful of how the job is offered to you. For example, you receive the job and there's actually no offer, or there's no discussion, or nothing further. Beware of just when there's a Zoom video or a Skype call or a FaceTime conversation, but you actually have nothing more to rely on than that. Watch for companies that want your banking information, address, your photo, or social insurance number very early in the interview process. These tend to be red flags. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Legitimate organizations will want to authenticate themselves. And ask your network about any sites or places that you should avoid. Check the company's website of the company that's posting the job and call them if you're not sure to ask about the job. If they don't know what you're talking about, then it's probably a scam. Any situations where you have to pay for training up front, there are schools, there are legitimate colleges and vocational schools and so on that are available, but there's also scammers out there who prey on the fact that, hey, you're going to get some courses and training. So just be aware of that. Watch for organizations who ask you for any payment to set up interviews with their clients. It's very unlikely that companies will ask you to pay to set you up with interviews. So be aware of that. Another example of a scam is where you're asked to deposit a check into your bank account. So they will send you the check and then forward you some, they ask you to forward some of the money to a third party. And what happens is they end up not having that money being legitimate that originally came into your account. Watch for companies' websites that seem very legit, as they may be very sophisticated, but dig in as much as you can. Really try to get into the real detail of it. be cautious of people who are really friendly, polite, professional, and people that will turn on you very quickly if you don't accept their terms. So while recruiters at legitimate companies are usually professional and deal professionally with job seekers, the scammers tend to be a little bit overboard in terms of being polite and friendly and so on. If you see a job posting or get an offer that is not Canadian in nature, then you should be concerned. So for example, terms that organization that's spelt with an S as opposed to a Z, or the job posting references terms that you're not familiar with, or when you look them up, they look to be like American, so something like a 401k or W-9. These are not terms that we in Canada would use on a regular basis. So in conclusion, there are scams that come up all the time, especially when it comes to jobs, and anyone can fall for them. Be extremely cautious, especially when giving away any of your personal information, your banking information, social insurance number, and so on. You're welcome to email or call us if you think a posting could be a scam, whether it's on our site at TorontoJobs.ca or somewhere else. You can call us at 905-812-5627, or you can email us at info@TorontoJobs.ca. We'll be happy to have a look at it for you. So thanks very much for watching. My information is Marc Belaiche. You can connect with me on LinkedIn. I would encourage you to check out our website as we post all our jobs there. You can search and apply to positions online. You can also post your resume and sign up to job mail alerts so you get notifications of jobs that come up as well. In addition, you can follow us on all our social media platforms. We're on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, and Instagram. And also you can check out my book, which I wrote, called Tales from the Recruiter. It's available at talesfromtherecruiter.ca. And feel free to connect with me on LinkedIn. So thanks for watching. Have a great day and be safe.